Picture this, a crazy cosmic orchestra where stars, planets, and moons all vibe together. But there's one special part of this show that's been grabbing our attention forever: exoplanets. These are planets way out there, outside our solar system, deep in the Milky Way. And get this, one of them is so much like Earth, it's kind of freaky. It could be our twin. Let's talk about Proxima B, a planet about 4.2 light-years away. The James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, is totally changing how we check out these mysterious places. Think about floating around the Milky Way, a galaxy packed with a ton of exoplanets. If each exoplanet was a grain of sand, it would fill up the Grand Canyon, no problem. And we could even build another Grand Canyon, like, times a million. What's even wilder is that about 20% of these planets are kinda like Earth in terms of rocks and air. So, 1 in 5 could be pretty similar to our own home. But wait, there's more. All those planets probably have a bunch of moons, just like Earth. And according to Space.com, if you're hoping to find a planet that can support life, or maybe even one that we could move to, space has got you covered with endless options. Now that we're seeing how huge the universe is, let me introduce you to the James Webb Space Telescope. It's like a superpowered detective that can see all the tiny details. Its giant mirror is way bigger than Hubble's, so it can spot the faintest light from billions of light-years away. The James Webb is game-changing. It's got infrared detectors and spectrographs that don't just see stuff, they can actually figure out what these planets are made of. Like, they can tell if a planet has water, or stuff similar to what lives on our planet, or even air to breathe. It's not just a better Hubble, it's a giant jump forward. One star that's catching our eye is Proxima B. Since we found it in 2016, it's become a big deal. What makes it so special? First off, it's close, only 4.2 light-years away. If you could travel as fast as light, you could get there in about 4 years. Finding a planet this close that might be worth checking out is like finding a diamond in the rough. Proxima B is cool because it might be Earth's twin, Earth 2.0. It's in the right spot around its star, not too hot and not too cold, so it could have water. I'm talking waterfalls, rivers, and oceans as deep as the Mariana Trench. But before we plan a trip, there are some weird things about Proxima B. A day there lasts 11 Earth days. Imagine super long sunrises and sunsets. It makes you wonder, would we even be able to live there with that kind of day and night cycle? Would we need to eat more? Could we even sleep? It would be familiar and very weird at the same time. So, the big question is, how do we get good info about a place we've never been? The James Webb Telescope is on it. It's got all the fancy tools to not just see these planets, but also to check them out. It can measure the air pressure, and if stuff like water, carbon, or even oxygen are there. It's like doing a checkup from super far away. The James Webb Space Telescope lets us move from guessing to actually knowing, which helps us understand the universe way better. Then, just when we think we have it all figured out, something crazy happened. Researchers found something weird coming from Proxima B, a signal so strange that everyone started talking about it, wondering if aliens were trying to reach out. This radio wave was unlike anything we've seen before. Then, just like that, the signal disappeared. Was it just a random blip, or was it a message from someone else out there? That signal turned Proxima B into the center of our attention. What if we're part of something bigger? We don't know for sure, but the mystery is pushing us to explore more. And the story doesn't stop there. With every new gadget, the James Webb Space Telescope is becoming like a pair of night vision goggles for space. The goal? To look for not just signs of life, but signs of cities. Yep, light from alien cities. Imagine seeing a city glowing in the dark on another planet. It sounds like something from a movie, but it's getting closer to becoming reality. If we found city lights, it would prove that life and smarts aren't just here on Earth. And what would that mean for us? It would change pretty much everything: our beliefs, our understanding of the world, and how we see ourselves. We wouldn't be alone anymore and would have to ask all sorts of new questions. How would we talk to them? What could we learn? And how would we change knowing they're out there? For now, we wait. The James Webb Space Telescope is still out there, looking deeper into space, finding out about atmospheres and secrets. Every image it takes brings us closer to answering the big questions. Are we alone? What else is out there? And could we ever call another planet home? This is more than just asking questions, it's about to see the light. As we start this big thing, remember that the universe is amazing and full of secrets. The James Webb Space Telescope is leading the way. We're not just watching, we're part of the story. One star, one signal, one world at a time. Guess what? Some of these planets are almost exactly like Earth. Like, crazy similar. One of them is Proxima B, only about 4.2 light-years away. The James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, is totally changing how we look at these places. Think about it, the Milky Way has a ton of exoplanets. If each one was a grain of sand, it would fill the Grand Canyon, and you could build another Grand Canyon that's 4 million kilometers long. And get this, about 20% of these planets are kinda like Earth in terms of rocks and air. That means for every 5, one might be a lot like our place. And there are probably trillions of moons out there too, like ours, orbiting those planets. Space.com says if you're waiting for a planet to inhabit that can support life, the cosmos is your playground. We now know how big the universe is, and the James Webb Space Telescope will help us understand how unique and complex it is. This telescope has a huge mirror instead of lenses, and it's way better than anything we've had before. The mirror is way bigger than Hubble's, so it can see really faint light from billions of light-years away. But JWST isn't just powerful. It has tech like infrared stuff and spectrographs. These don't just see, they check out the light from space stuff to figure out what the air is like, what it's made of, how dense it is, and even how heavy it is. They can tell if a planet has water, carbon stuff, or even oxygen. JWST is way better than Hubble. Hubble blew our minds, but JWST will blow them even more. One planet we're really checking out is Proxima B. Since 2016, it's been a big deal because it's weird and interesting and has scientists really excited. It's close, only 4.2 light-years away. If you could go the speed of light, you'd get there in about 4 years. The universe is huge, like 93 billion light-years across. Finding a planet so close that might teach us a lot is like finding a diamond in a pile of rocks. Proxima B might even be Earth's twin, sitting in the habitable zone where it's not too hot or too cold, so there could be water there. Think waterfalls, rivers, and oceans as deep as the Mariana Trench. But hold on, it's also strange. A day on Proxima B is 11 Earth days long. It might have long sunrises and sunsets, which sounds cool, but would we be able to live like that? Would we need more food? Could we sleep normally? It would be familiar but also totally different. Is there any civilization on Proxima B, and are they like us? JWST can help us get good info about a planet we've never been to. Because of JWST's tech, astronomers not only view extremely remote planets but also analyze them with groundbreaking instruments. It uses infrared and spectrographs to check out the light from these planets. By looking at what kind of light the air absorbs or gives off, scientists can figure out the pressure, density, and if there's stuff like water, carbon, or oxygen that could mean life. The James Webb Space Telescope is an impressive analytical tool that allows humanity to obtain concrete information and increase our grasp on the vast cosmic horizon while reshaping the way of viewing the universe. Just when things were settling down as a result of the cosmic knowledge, JWST found something weird coming from Proxima B. It was an odd signal that got everyone talking about aliens. The electromagnetic emanation was rhythmic, precise, and totally new, indicating there could be alien intelligence. Then, just like that, the signal went away with a surge of excitement to be continued later. Could it be a message from aliens trying to talk to us? Maybe it's a message from a civilization that's already gone. Proxima B is now even more mysterious, and everyone's super interested. What if we're part of a huge group of planets connected to each other? Even though we're not sure, it makes us want to explore more and find someone else out there. Exoplanet research is a new frontier, and JWST is helping us explore. Some researchers are already trying to turn it into something like night vision goggles for space. Their goal is to not only search for the organic evidence, but signs of manufactured street and city lights similar to Earth. Can you imagine? A whole city glowing on another planet that we could see from here instead of searching for organic stuff. And if we found it, that would mean life and intelligence is spreading throughout the universe, not only on Earth. Such intelligence would change us by challenging philosophical, theological, geopolitical, and scientific views. We're not alone. Instead, we become something familiar and interracial. We're on the edge of something huge. The James Webb Space Telescope is checking out atmospheres and secrets hidden in deep space. Every bit of light it analyzes brings us closer to finding out if we're alone, who else is out there, and if we could ever live on another planet. This is so cool, and are just beginning to comprehend such possibilities. We're part of a happening, figuring out our destiny one signal, one world at a time.